Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Liv. I'm a Colorado makeup artist and I love everything related to makeup and beauty, fashion, hair care, skincare, all the above when it comes to beauty. Today I'm really excited. I'm going to show you what I picked up at the Sephora savings event, and I'm also going to share with you some things I picked up from Ulta. It's going to be like a giant haul and try-on type of video. Before we get started, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button. It means so much to me, and we'll get going. So obviously the Sephora savings event happened recently. It was the 27th through the 6th, October 27th through November 6th. I am a Rouge member, so I did get to start on the 31st, which I was really excited about because I ended up going in store this time. And everything that I had picked out in my online cart was actually in my store, which is really surprising because that doesn't normally happen. I actually have one of the smaller Sephora stores near me, but I was really excited that everything that I was looking at was actually in store. I'm not gonna lie though, most of my purchases happen to be like replacing items. There's only a few that I got specifically that are new to me. But let's go ahead and dive in. So the holiday sets are actually pretty good this year. This is the one I purchased. It's the Pore Eclipse Matte and Blur set, which includes a full size of my favorite primer and a mini size of the setting spray in that same series, which I love. I love all of the Milk Pore Eclipse products. This was only $2 more than just the primer by itself, so I was like, you know, that's probably a better deal because I am almost out of this primer and I wanted to replace it. Another holiday set is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Kit. I just wanted a full size, which happened to be like $38, and it was $34 for the mini 2-pack. So I was like, I'm okay with minis, and I think it's about the same amount, if not more. Maybe a touch less. I don't know. I thought it was a better deal. So I went ahead and went with this because it's one of my favorite setting sprays, and I personally have been out for quite a while. The last holiday kit I got is from Grande Cosmetics. This is their lash enhancing serum, their conditioning peptide mascara, and then a brow enhancing serum, which I thought was a really good deal because it's a 3-month supply of the eyelash serum, a full size of the mascara, and then a travel size of the brow serum. But it's $69, and normally just this 3-month supply of the eyelash serum is $68, so I was like, that's a killer deal, plus a discount on top of it. So I'm really excited. I've actually already dipped into the 2 serums, so today I want to use the mascara. I did pick up another Rare Beauty eye primer. Mine is long out. I have been scraping at the sides for it, so this was definitely needed. I also purchased my moisturizer from First Aid Beauty, because I was almost out of that. The last thing I got is from Patrick Ta. This is his holiday palette for blush. I also have the one from last year, but this one kept selling out online because I had to keep putting it in my basket. So I was super intrigued by this because, one, these 2 blush colors are definitely up my alley, but there are 4 eyeshadow toppers that are insanely sparkly, so I'm really excited to play with this. That's my Sephora haul. Again, not very big, mostly replacing items. I didn't have a lot I needed for my makeup kit. I'm actually pretty well stocked on that. But I did pick some things up from Ulta as well because I did want to try the new Smashbox Always On foundation. And then finally, my Ulta finally had the e.l.f. Halo Glow Wands back in stock. So I ended up picking the 3 up, a highlight, a contour, and a blush. I know these are long overdue, but seriously, my Ulta has not had these in stock since they were released. That's my little shopping haul from Sephora and Ulta. Not much. I didn't have a crazy Sephora sale haul this year because my makeup kit is stocked and I really just needed to replace some things. So that's what I went with. But if you picked up any of the same things I did, I would love to hear how you are using them and how you are liking them if they were new to you. Let's get started with the makeup. I'm going to go in with my Milk Primer. Again, I wasn't quite out, but we're close, so I definitely needed to replace it. Like I mentioned, I saw Tati review this and she had nothing but good things to say about it and continued to use it video after video. I'm going to say this was really hard to shade match. I went in store If I had ordered it online, I would have picked the wrong shade. But it's got a cool texture to it. It's a little bit thicker than what I was expecting. And I also think it's a little bit too pale for me, but the next shade up was way too yellow and it only got deeper. So I went with the lighter one knowing we could fix it with bronzer. So just don't mind my ghostiness for a while. It has a scent. I look so crazy. It has a scent, but it kind of smells like alcohol. Like, I would have guessed tequila. Like, maybe like a fruity tequila. I don't, like, it kind of smells good, but it kind of gives you that feeling like you can't drink tequila anymore, that kind of smell. So, the shade match is not terrible, but it's also not great. But again, the next shade up was not great at all. It was way too deep for me. The texture of this foundation is a lot thicker than I was expecting. It's kind of got a whipped feel to it, like heavy whipping cream is kind of how I thought it felt. But it is looking really nice on the skin, so that's good. It applied easily. It like wasn't difficult to apply. It's just kind of a weird texture. I didn't get a new concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my House Labs one. But yeah, like look at how much darker my concealer is. And this is a pink undertone for sure, because I tend to lean towards neutral cool tones. But it's darker than this foundation. Blended out, I don't think the concealer is bad. I just think like over here might be a little more pink, but like my under eyes are concealed to the point that I like them normally. So I'm going to go into the Halo Glows now from e.l.f. So the contour one I got in the shade Light Medium. The highlight stick I got in the shade Champagne. Blush I got in the shade Candlelit, but I'm going to save this one because I want to use the Patrick Ta blushes. The applicator, I'm sure this is nothing new. It's new to me because I didn't get to try these yet. I do have the Charlotte Tilbury contour one and the blush stick. I don't have the highlighter. I don't think they're bad products. They're not like my go-to products, but I don't think they're bad. It's blending out really nicely. I'm just going to go like this now because it's how I normally do my bronzer. I think it's blending really nicely without being too intense. It's not leaving the little dots either, so you've got plenty of working time. I actually think I like it applied better directly to the face than dabbing the brush on the applicator. But now I gotta make a match because I applied a lot on the right side of my face. So I'm gonna go back into my sponge and try to clean it up a little bit. I think that's the applicator is one of the things I'm not super liking, although that was really easy to tame down. It's part of the issue with my Charlotte Tilbury too, is that I forgot to lock it and now my cap is full of the product, so I lost a lot of product. So I know Patrick Ta typically recommends doing the powder blush first and then the cream, but I'm kind of old school, so we're gonna go into the cream first. I'm particularly interested in this really bright pink shade. It's called I'm Giving Her. Nope. It's called Giving I Need Her. And then the darker pink is called Giving Main Character. So I'm just going to take the bottom of my sponge and dip into that. That is a very, very light pink, but it's really pretty. I do kind of feel like it's picking up the bronzer a little bit. And I also feel like it's picking up better on camera than in my mirror. Gonna go into the highlight now from e.l.f. and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, but like look how satisfying this is. So I just took some on the back of my hand and I'm gonna dab it with my sponge and then apply. What do we think? I think that's a really pretty color. I think that was a good option for me. I'm gonna add a touch more on this side. If your Ulta has been out of stock as long as mine has of these, I wouldn't steer clear of them. I think they apply really nicely. It's just like a matter of getting the pressure right of squeezing so much out. But I do think they apply better directly than if you apply it to a brush and then apply. I don't have a new powder, so I'm just going to go ahead and powder my whole face with my Givenchy powder. I don't know how I like this foundation. My nose looks really, really dry, and that's not normal for me because my nose happens to be one of the like oilier places for me. But like even one of my favorite powders is sitting weird on my nose, and I don't have that problem with that powder. On the other hand though, like my forehead and my chin, they look great. I'm going to dive into the powder blush. Whew, that is a baby pink. There was a like cold girl trend going around. This is the pink for that. I want to know what happens. So I'm going to go into the other shade, the darker one, the cream side. Ooh, that's pretty. That just adds like a touch of warmth. I'm going to dive into one of my minis. Set my face. I'm going to open up my new primer. I'm really excited to have this. I'm too excited. I know we got to put a base down, but let me just swatch these. Ooh, this one looks like it's monochromatic. You might see a little bit of that there, but kind of a pinky gold twist to it. It's kind of like a pinky icy color to it. That's really pretty. This is the one I was most excited for because it's kind of got the champagne-y color to it. So that one is not as glittery. It's shimmery, but it doesn't have like a base color. The base color is clear. I was not prepared for that. It reminds me of the Makeup by Mario color, the shimmers in his Ethereal Eyes palette, because a couple of them don't actually have like an undertone base color. They're just sparkles. And then here is the last one. And in the spirit of Patrick Ta, I'm just going to grab my Major Dimension 3 palette. This is the All Mattes palette. So I'm just going to work in these warmer tone side of it. Going to start with this shade here. And I'm just going to apply that in my crease. Mostly I just wanted to put some warmth in the crease, and then maybe the rest of it might be a shimmer. We'll just put that color on the whole lid. And I go ahead and put it on my lower lash line too. So basically I'm just using that one shade to put down a base for the shimmers. And honestly, I think I want to go into the second shade we swatched, which is this more icy pink one, which I believe is called It's My Face. I mean, yeah, it's my face. So let's go ahead and put this on. Oh, wow. I hope that is showing up as reflective on camera as it is in my mirror. Holy cow. So I picked this one to kind of go with the really bright blush. Obviously, same palette. But I also have pink earrings, so I thought it would go well to just kind of do a pinky look. But that is intense. Holy cow. And then while I'm here, I'm going to go into the like super icy one, which is called It's the Spotlight. That would make sense. Dab a little just on the center. I might have picked the wrong color, like undertone. I bet this would look really pretty with cool tones. But I do want to use this color. This is the shade I was most excited for, and I'm a little disappointed that it doesn't have more of a champagne-y base to it. It's pretty clear, but it's called Mind Your Business, which maybe I should. But I'm just going to take a pencil brush and use it as the inner corner. That way it's more sparkle there since there's not a whole lot of base, but that's really pretty too. This color I think would be good with warm tones. But that's my simple look, so we're going to dive into the Grande mascara. So that's the wand. It's not super long by any means. It's not even got a super thick wand, which I like because I like the smaller bands or the smaller wands because they don't get all over. So I've only done this eye. It's a very, very dry formula. So it's kind of hard to stick to the lashes. I don't think there's a whole lot of oomph to it. It's definitely just a more natural look. So here's the first layer on this eye. I don't even think it's all that black. It's not very deep. It adds a little bit of length, but nothing intense. That's 2 coats of mascara. Not my favorite. Very dry formula. I don't think it really builds all that much, but I do like the size of the wand. Okay. So I went ahead and finished my makeup. I got the mascara on, I got my eyebrows and some lips on. So let's chat about some things. Obviously the primer was a repurchase, so we know we love it. The foundation, I don't know if I'm sold on. Don't mind me, I just gotta put my earrings back in. My nose looks terrible. It is very cakey and patchy, and it does not look good. So I'm really disappointed in that. But on the other hand, like, my forehead looks great. My chin looks great. My under eyes look great. So I don't know what's up with that foundation and the powder not mixing well on my nose. Kind of bummed. And when things happen like that, it makes it hard for me to want to use it again because I don't want crummy makeup, right? Like, I don't want to go my whole day with this awfully cakey nose. But I do understand that if I don't try it again, I will never know if this was a one-off thing and it actually wears really nicely, or if, yeah, this is how it's going to wear on my nose every single time. I don't know. We'll have to come back and test it out a few more times, see what else it does. My concealer was not new. The e.l.f. products, the bronzer and the blush, or the bronzer and the highlight. I didn't use the e.l.f. blush today. We'll come back to that one. I think they're really pretty. If you need some affordable cream products, I think they applied really nicely, and I think it's just a matter of getting the right amount because it's pretty easy to go overboard. But I think they wear nicely. They blended nicely. I think there might be a thing where certain products might pick it up because I know when I first applied the blush, this side was looking a little patchy. So that might be a thing, but I'm not quite sure because now it looks fine. And I don't know if that's because I then put powder blush on top of it to cover it up. But overall, if your Ulta finally has them back in stock like mine does, I think they're worth picking up, especially with how affordable they are. The Patrick Ta blush palette. I love his blushes. This is not the first holiday palette that I have from him. I was really excited that he put these eyeshadow toppers in the blush palette this year instead of having a third blush. So I'm really excited to play with this some more. I am impressed, highly impressed with the shimmers for sure. I'm a shimmery person. I enjoy the sparkle and the glitter. So if you're not into that, this might not be for you unless you really like the blush formula and you're wanting these specifically. I know this is limited edition. He comes out every year with a holiday blush palette. So if you're interested, I wouldn't hesitate to get it. And then the mascara from Grande. This might be worth using on your really natural days where you really don't have any makeup and you just need some mascara to do something, especially if they help your lashes grow. But if you're looking for length and oomph and like black, this isn't gonna be for you. It's a very dry formula, and although I like the wand itself, it's not my favorite. So this is my Sephora holiday haul and try on, plus a little bit from Ulta because I did a little Ulta shopping too. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video. You'll have to let me know what you picked up at the Sephora sale. I'm very curious if you're enjoying it or if you think it might be a return. This was my first sale actually having to return makeup because my mom went with me and we had to switch out her concealer, and I've never done that before. I've never actually returned makeup, so it was an experience for me, and I want to know if you have plans to return your own makeup, if it didn't work out for you, and what it was. Anyways, I hope you have a great day with whatever you are doing. Before you go, please hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, hit all the notifications. You'll be notified every time I post a video. I like to post these long form videos at least once a week, and then I tend to post some shorts a few times a week as well. So stay with me, and I hope you have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.